Boom! What's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larson again. Welcome back to Secret MLM Hacks Radio. This is part 3 of 4 of our modern MLM series, and I'm very excited for you guys to be here. Today I want to show you guys a little bit more about how to be unique and stand out amongst all the rest of your up and downline and the competition that they truly are.
If you're like me, you know MLM is an amazing opportunity to grow a real asset for yourself. But you also see that there's huge issues starting to emerge. Like, why haven't big MLMs let tactics change in over 30 years? Or why have they been cutting commissions smaller and smaller? Or even, how dumb is it that old MLM rules say you'll get in trouble when you use the internet to grow your team? These are some of the blaring questions we all face today. This podcast will show you how real MLMers like us are waging war on the old dying methods. And we aren't cheating by only bugging uninterested family and friends. Follow this podcast while I expose the shocking methods I'm using to build my 10,000 person downline and get people begging to join my team daily. Here's to the new tactics without all those old, rusty MLM shackles. My name is Steve Larson, and welcome to Secret MLM Hacks Radio.
What's up, guys? Hey, excited for today's episode today. Hey, now, I know I've mentioned it in the past, but I'm going to again. I used to be in door-to-door sales, and I'd like to apologize, first of all, on behalf of that entire industry for all the dinners I've interrupted. Hey, though, I do want to mention a really powerful lesson that I got with them there. I remember I was selling pest controls my second year doing sales door-to-door, and it was so hot that summer. I mean, that summer, I don't know why, but it was particularly like scorching, and I remember I was out and I was knocking, and it was nasty. It was like dripping sweat. I was like just begging for some kind of relief. So I looked on my phone and I found out that there was actually like a McDonald's down the street. Now, some of you might be like, McDonald's. Now, like, understand, it's a good news because there's air conditioning. So what I went and I just kind of started sneaking on over there because I was supposed to be in the doors. And I snuck in there because it was so hot. And funny enough, I opened up the door and pretty much the rest of the sales team was also in there. It was kind of central to all of our areas we were knocking. So we're all getting in there, and my boss is in there as well. And we're all sitting in there, and we're kind of just enjoying this air conditioning and cooling off a little bit. And I remember we were sitting down, and this guy walks in. And he walks in, I still remember this I remember I was sitting, I could probably take you to the exact same restaurant even, in that exact same spot. And I remember us sitting there, and this guy walks in, and he walked in. He saw our logo on our shirts and like the uniform we were wearing, and then he immediately asked, "Oh my gosh, could you come spray my house? I have a lot of bugs." He asked for the sale right there. None of us opened our mouth. None of us said anything. He literally just walked in and said, "I want to buy." Okay, and we all looked around. We all looked around at each other shocked. We're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I should do. Should you get it? Should you get it? Should you get it? And I remember there was this moment where none of us said, yes, take me, because we were friends and family. I mean, I grew up with most of the guys there that I was doing pest control sales with. So finally the boss had to look out at one of us, pointed at a lucky winner, and that person got the lucky laydown sale. All right, now what's the point of this? I started walking away from that, and we all went back out on the doors, and I couldn't shake that. For some reason, I could not shake that feeling, couldn't shake that experience, and I was like, why did that work so well? What is it that he did? Why did he get the sale and not me? I wanted that sale. And as I started thinking about it from the eyes of the customer, guys, this is where the big lesson is. Did it really matter who that guy chose to go and buy our service from, our product from? No, not at all, right? Regardless of salesperson, that person chose, the customer chose, they got the same product. Did it matter, would he get any change in fulfillment at all based on who he chose? No, right? In fact, somebody else fulfills it. The company, we're just salespeople. The company goes out and fulfills on it and does all the contracts and all that stuff. Interesting. Does he really have much of a difference even in the script? The answer is no. Like, for the most part, we all memorize the exact same script. Wait a second. So it's the exact same script, the exact same product, the exact same fulfillment, the same stupid timed jokes in the script, the same, everything's the same. Does it matter who that guy chooses to buy from? No. Does it matter to me? Yes. Because that is how I get my money. MLM is no different. Network marketing is no different. You have to understand that if somebody walked up to you right now and you were hanging out with your upline or downline and said, you know what, I'd like to buy. And does that happen? It does, right? There are people out there who just are looking for your product and they truly want to purchase it, and they'll just be the easy lay down sales. But if you're hanging out with a bunch of other people who are your upline or downline and they're looking at you and they say, who should I buy from? Does it matter to the customer and the outcome that they are trying to get who they buy from? No. But it definitely matters to you. Guys, one of the biggest lessons I learned that summer, I remember this, that day, I realized that while those people were my friends and family that I was knocking doors with, because it was a company of a friend, while they were friends and family, they were also my competition. They were my competition. And so I want you to sit back and I want you to realize for a moment, I've said this in the past and people get really butthurt about it sometimes because they'll be like, well, that's not my competition. We're a team. Yeah, you're a team. But if someone else buys from your friend instead of you, you lost the sale and you didn't make the money. Okay, your upline is competition for you. Your downline is a little bit of competition for you. And so what you need to sit back and think about is like, well, how can I make myself different? How can I make myself stand out amongst the crowd to actually go and be successful with this? So what I want to do real fast with you guys is I want you all to imagine, and I walked this a little bit last episode in this series, and I was like, hey, think about all the problems that your product causes for people once they buy it. Like, my product doesn't cause any problems for people. My product delivers solutions. It's like, well, yes, it does, but it also causes problems that they never had before. For example, I never, before I started driving a car, paid attention to gas prices. I never, before I got a driver's license and got a car, thought about changing the tires. I never had to think about switching the oil. That was never a problem of mine. That was never a thing that came up, a follow-up issue. Okay, every single solution that you deliver to a customer, whether it's the opportunity or it's the product itself, has a bunch of follow-up problems with it. And you need to understand that clearly. And I want you to know about it, that it's actually an opportunity. It's not a negative. So what I want you to do real quick is I want you to think about this. And if you need to pause the video or stop reading or stop listening right now, I invite you maybe to do so for 30 seconds and just really quickly write down on a piece of paper on the top, write up, follow-up problems, and start listing out what are all the problems or questions or issues that my customers or people in my downline are running into once they buy my product or join my team. And you'd be like, man, no one has any issues ever. You're lying then, all right? Everyone. And it's not a negative. This is not like it's your fault. This is actually one of the greatest gifts to entrepreneurs ever. Okay? This is like a universal law. This is a universal principle. Okay? My dad was going to go he was trying to be an Olympic skier. And let's say he was going to try and go be an Olympic skier, and he has this opportunity to be an Olympic skier. And let's say he gets accepted, and he's actually in the runnings to go to the Olympics. Let's just say, okay, I grew up in Denver, Colorado. We skied like crazy growing up. Let's just say that my dad had the opportunity to go and be an Olympic skier. What follow-up problems, now that he had the opportunity, would he have to solve? He's probably going to have to think about who he trains with, right? He's probably going to have to think about sponsorships. He's probably going to have to think about, small stuff even. Logistics of where to show up and when. There's a bunch of follow-up stuff. Who's he going to train with? How's he going to change his eating? What hills is he going to practice on? What hill will the final actually be on? Will the moguls be big or small when he's downhill skiing? Will he get skis that he's been training on all along? Will he go and try and get another promotion, get a sponsorship from somebody? Is he going to now bring on a second coach or stay with this? There's a lot of follow-up issues that happen to any opportunity in life, including products, including services, including opportunities, okay? And I want you to think about that. It's a gift. So here's how we solve this. This is why this is a benefit. Take a moment, pause this if you need to, or just write while I'm talking. What are the issues? What are the top 3 issues that your product causes for people, right? Follow-up problems, follow-up questions. What are the biggest hang-ups around your product? I'm not saying bash your product. I'm saying what are the issues it causes, okay? For example, the MLM that I'm in is a supplement. Well, people usually have the question, how much should I take? When should I take it? Should I eat before or after? Should I eat? Should I have a lot of water with it? What's the ratio of the water? You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of follow-up problems, right? And they're not like massive problems, but sometimes they are, and hopefully they are. Because here's what you're going to do. Now that you've got a list of those follow-up issues, you're going to start brainstorming how you could solve them, right? What are the top two or three bonuses that so what are the top 2 or 3 problems that you'd like to tackle, right? The top 2 or 3 follow-up problems that you want to tackle, and is there a bonus you can give away when somebody joins you? Okay, so here's the answer. Here's the end of that story. I started realizing that in the network marketing space, the MLM space, that if somebody wanted to come join my team or buy the product from me, I needed to stand out. And so what I want to teach you guys how to do in Secret MLM Hacks is how to do what a lot of this is what I teach how to do in Secret MLM Hacks. I want to teach you to be unique and stand out amongst your upline and your downline. And don't tell me you can't do this in your team. Okay, this is like, it's so funny when people say that. My MLM won't let me make a recruiting offer. You're not allowed to reach out and just help, right? Reach out in the forms of the bonuses. Okay, check this out. This is This is awesome. This is actually from Nathaniel. What's up, Nathaniel? Shout out to you, man. Nathaniel went through and he did this process as well. He's been a member of the Secret MLM Hacks program. It's been awesome. He said, today I'm excited to share the person that came through my opportunity funnel on Friday is having success with my product funnel. So we make a recruiting offer and we make a product offer. Okay. And if you guys want to learn how to do that, go to secretmlmhacks.com and watch the free presentation that's there. There's a live one happening on December 10th, or if it's after December 10th, you can see the replays as well. Anyways, back to Nathaniel here. He said, she's acquired 2 customers on Friday, the same day that she started, then 1 on Saturday and 1 today. As a result, she has earned the customer acquisition incentive Apple AirPods. Super cool. Okay, so Nathaniel's been using this to create his own recruiting offers, and it's been very, very exciting. Okay, this is a very powerful principle. One more here. This is Claire. Claire, everyone say hi to Claire. Hi, Claire. Hey, Claire reached out and she dropped a really cool comment, and she said, I was a busy mom of 3 as a working nurse. This course has rocked my world. I have no tech experience, but Steve breaks it all down. I am so genuinely excited about my future and the direction it's taking. Hey guys, I want you to know and understand again from this whole thing, and I got one more I want to share with you, that this whole thing is teaching you to become a marketer. And when you learn how to be a marketer, selling and recruiting gets very easy. If you're selling the same thing as everybody else, it's one of the biggest struggles people have. That's why it's hard to sell products. That's why it's hard for you to succeed in the network marketing or MLM space. It's because you're selling the same thing. It doesn't matter if they chose you or not. They still get the same outcome, but you don't. Okay? But you don't. One of the biggest questions people ask is like, well, Steven, I don't know how to make those things in the products. Man, that's what Secret MLM Hacks is for. That's what we're teaching you guys inside that program. I'm excited for you guys to be there. So anyways, I'm actually going to stop this episode now. I'm very pumped for you guys to be there. I actually want to go through one more. But before I do, just so you guys know, I did mention it here briefly. If you go to secretmlmhacks.com, on December 10th, I'm going to do a live presentation just walking through this and these strategies a little bit more in depth, so that you guys can see and get more information on them. If this has at all been interesting to you, or you're like, oh my gosh, I get that. That's one of the reasons it's challenging for me to sell. It's not that people don't want to buy, right? It's not that people hate to be sold. You're just not good yet at being a marketer, and you don't know how to draw people to you and be standing out. You have no idea how to be outvaluing people. You have no idea how to outvalue and over-deliver for your customers. And don't freak out about it, but that is what we teach, and it's one of the things that we want to walk you guys through as well. This next one actually comes, Lloyd's dropped a few in here. This is Lloyd. Everyone say hi, Lloyd. Lloyd's the man. He's a beast. He said, finally completed both my product and my opportunity webinar following the model. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, so it shrinks it down a little bit. Finally completed both my product and my opportunity webinar following the model, and both are converting nicely now. Had 6 folks join my downline in one day. Takes the heat out of the whole sales spiel too, and saves me time and effort not having to be on repeat. Right? We talked about that last episode. Guys, I'm very pumped for you to be here. Thanks so much for being a part of the modern MLM series. This is episode 3. I got one more I want to share with you guys, but I do want you to know December 10th, which as you getting this episode here is actually in a few days, go to secretmlmhacks.com and I want to share with you guys on a live presentation more about how you can pull this stuff off like these guys have as well. It's not hard. It's just new. It's not, and it's a different way of thinking about how to actually do this using the internet, which is very powerful and obviously not going to leave. So come learn how to get leads. Come learn how to get consistent cash flow. Come learn how to treat this like a real business by going to secretmlmhacks.com. If it's past December 10th, go there and you can watch the replay as well. But get on there live with me, and very pumped to have you guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode. And don't forget to go visit there and register so we can send you the invite, the unique invite, so you can come join me live. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.